Hey guys, this is going to be your last video that you will ever have to watch of me teaching you. So we're going to finish off with 8.4, which is cubic and cube root functions. So very similar to 8.1, 8.2, 8.3 with all the different types of functions. We're just adding two new ones. So this first one, we're filling in the table, graphing f of x equals x cubed. X cubed is the cubic parent function. We have looked at cubic graphs before when we were looking at inverse graphs. So let's think about the smallest number we could plug in for x, cube it, so raise it to the third power, and it give us a number that's going to be on our coordinate plane. So the smallest number would be -2. If I plug that in, -2 cubed would equal -8. And then plug in the next number, so -1. -1 cubed would be -1. 0 cubed would be 0. 1 cubed would be 1. 2 cubed would be 8. So let's go ahead and plot those points. And -2, -8. -1, -1. 0, 0. 1, 1. And 2, 8. Now we could keep going if the graph was larger. So when you're connecting your points, make sure you put arrows at both ends. When looking at this cubic parent function, it's very similar to linear because it's going both directions. So it's continuing on left, right, up, and down. So your domain of this would be all real numbers. And then the same thing for the range. So anytime you have a cubic function, your domain and range will be all real numbers because it's continuous just like linear. Left, right, up, and down. Okay, so that's the cubic parent function. Let's move on to number 2. We're going to fill in the table and graph f of x equals the cube root of x, which is the cube root parent function. So we need to think about the smallest number we can plug in. Take the cube root of that number and it be on the graph. So that smallest number would be -8. When we plug that into our x, the cube root of -8 equals a -2. Now, we can't go to -7 and so on because that's not a perfect cube. We have to think about the next perfect cube and take the cube root of that number. So that next number would be -1. Cube root of -1 would be -1. The next perfect cube would be a 0. Cube root of 0 is 0. And then +1, cube root of +1 is 1. 1 times 1 times 1. And then cube root of 8 would be 2. Okay, so now let's go ahead and plot those points to see what the cube root parent function cube root of x looks like. So we have -8, -2, -1, -1, 0, 0, 1, 1, and 8, 2. So same thing as the last one, we could always keep plotting more points. So as you connect your points, make sure you draw arrows at both ends. And this cube root parent function is very similar to the cubic parent function with arrows at both ends. So it's going to be continuous all directions. So just like that cubic function we just looked at, the domain and the range will be all real numbers. So the 3 functions that we've talked about that have all real for both domain and range are linear, cubic, and cube root. Okay, so we learned our 2 parent functions that we're going to be going over on this set of notes, and now we're going to look at transformations and then graph. So look at number 3. You have to determine what type of function it is to know what your graph is going to look like, and also to know what parent function you need to refer to. So notice this is cubic. I'm going to write down my transformations from that parent function on number 1. Notice there's a negative, which reflects over the x-axis, just like all the other parent functions. And then we have a minus 5. There's no parentheses, so that's going to be going down 5 units. I'm going to go ahead and fill in my parent function chart that we just looked at up at the top, which was x cubed, and those points were -2, -8, -1, -1, 0, 0, 1, 1, and 2, 8. Okay, so just like all the other functions that we've already looked at, you're always going to shift first and then stretch, shrink, or reflect if needed. So I'm going to go ahead and shift my origin point, which is 0, 0. I'm going to shift it down 5. There's my new vertex and my new 0, 0 point. And then I am having to adjust my parent function values because we have this reflection over the x-axis. So remember, that changes the sign of your original y value. So now that'll be a +8, +1, -1, -8. So from your new origin point, which you already shifted, you're going to do left 2, because it's -2, and then up 8. Left 1, up 1, right 1, down 1, and again, we're looking at that new origin point that we shifted. Right 2, down 8, which will go off the graph. So we need to connect them. And we could always keep adding points if the graph is larger, so make sure you put your arrows at both ends. We already said from the previous 2 problems that we looked at, your cubic and your cube root function and linear have all real numbers for domain and range because it's continuous all directions. So all real. And just a reminder, the interval notation that we talked about a while back, that would be -infinity to infinity with parentheses. So if you wanted to write it that way, I will also accept that. And you might have that on your quiz. So you need to remember all real is the same thing as -infinity to infinity. Okay, now let's take a look at the next one. So number 4, notice this is also cubic. We have parentheses, which means it'll be a horizontal shift. Remember, horizontal shifts are always the opposite of what's showing. It says x +3, which means you're going to be shifting to the left 3. Filling in your parent function values here, that was -2, -8, -1, -1, 0, 0, 1, 1, and 2, 8. Okay, so we're going to shift our 0, 0 point. That'll shift also the origin, same thing. We're going to shift left 3. There's our new 0, 0 point, also the new origin. And then notice we don't have a stretch, a shrink, or a reflection. So we're not having to change those values from our parent function. So from this new point, we are going to plot those points. So I'm going to go left 2, down 8. Left 1, down 1. Right 1, up 1. And right 2, up 8. And then connect. Okay, so domain and range should be easy for you. All real numbers, arrows are going both directions. Or -infinity to infinity. A good way of checking a graph to make sure the direction is correct from left to right, it should be increasing since it did not have a negative in front. So that's another way of checking your graph there. All right, let's take a look at 5. Notice this one is cube root. Your transformations, there's a negative in front, which is a reflection over the x-axis. And then underneath the radical is just like the square root when we were doing that. And it's also just like being inside parentheses. If it's under the radical, it's a horizontal shift. Since it says x minus 2, that means you're going to be going to the right 2. It's always the opposite when it's inside parentheses or underneath the radical. All right, so those parent function values that we used on the front were -8, because we take the cube root of -8 and get -2, -1, -1, 0, 0, 1, 1, and 8, 2. All right, always start with your shift. So we're going to shift the 0, 0 point right 2. There's that new 0, 0 point. And then we're reflecting over the x-axis, so that changes the sign of your original y values. So I'm going to go left 8, and then up 2. Left 1, up 1, right 1, down 1, and then right 8, down 2. Since this one's negative, it should be decreasing from left to right, and notice it is. So that's a good way of checking if you remember to do your reflection or not. After you graph it, check your graph, see if it's increasing or decreasing to know the positive or the negative. Okay, remember that cube root, same thing as the cubic, same thing as the linear. Arrows at both ends, so all real for both domain and your range. Okay, let's take a look at 6. This is also cube root. Notice this time, +6 is on the outside of the radical. If it's on the outside of the radical or outside of the parentheses, that's a vertical shift. Since it says plus, we're going to be going up 6. That's the only transformation from our parent function on this one. So our original parent function values are -8, -2, -1, -1, 0, 0, 1, 1, and 8, 2. So shift your 0, 0 point up 6, and then plot your parent function values from that new origin point. So left 8, down 2, left 1, down 1, right 1, up 1, and right 8, up 2. Notice from left to right it's increasing, and notice we had a positive. So good way of checking the direction of your graph. I know some said that the reflection, sometimes you forgot to reflect. So again, that's a good way of checking it. So domain, all real, and so is the range, or -infinity to infinity. Okay, so very similar to all the other functions that we've been talking about. It's just a different points that we're dealing with. All right, so looking on the back, we are going to write the equation for each of the following. Just like on all of the other examples, remember you always need either a y equals or g of x or f of x, whatever you want to start with. Notice that it is starting with a cubic x cubed, which means you should have an x cubed in your answer. You're shrinking by a factor of 0.5, which is a half, and shifting up 2. So I need to have an x cubed and then plus 2. There's no parentheses on this one because there's not a horizontal shift. The next one, we're starting with cube root of x. We're going right 3. So if it's a horizontal shift, it needs to go inside parentheses or inside your radical. Now, we've gone over square root and cube root, so make sure that you don't forget your index there. It's a cube root. We're going right 3, which would be x minus 3 under that cube root, and then the plus 4 for going up 4. All right, the last two we're looking at graphs. You need to know what the graph is, either cubic or cube root or linear or all the others that we've gone over. So notice this is cubic, and your parent function for that is x cubed. So look at that middle point. You can see where it shifted. It's normally at 0, 0. It went left 3 and up 2. Also notice from left to right, it's decreasing, which means there would be a reflection. Check your points. You're going right 1, down 1, which would be that reflection. So there's not a stretch or a shrink. So I'm going to write my new function. So we're in parentheses. It's x. We're going to the left, so x plus 3. Don't forget about the cubed on the outside. And then the plus 2 from going up. And then we also noticed a reflection, so put that negative in front. So again, look at that line from left to right and see if it's increasing or decreasing. Okay, last one. If you want to try this one on your own before you check your answer, just pause it and you can do that. Notice this is also a cubic. Look at that middle point. We went right 4, up 2. Notice your points are going right 1, up 1, so that is your original parent function. And also notice it's increasing from left to right, which means there's no reflection. So you should have x. You're going right, so minus 4 cubed. Don't forget your cubed. We don't want squared, it's not quadratic. And then plus 2. Okay, as always, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to email me, send me a reminder, or send me a message on Google Classroom. Hope you enjoyed your last lesson of the year.